Hey everyone, this week I'd like to talk about practicing skills. I think it's something that I don't think people talk a whole lot about in social work. I feel like everyone has a lot of great skills. I guess what I'm really talking about is um, the skills of the social work skills like facilitating, um, active listening, summarizing, using CBT techniques or DBT techniques. I feel like all that stuff is very overwhelming um, when you're talking about therapy and using those skills. And recently, I've gotten a few books about how to learn about that stuff. But even sometimes reading those books can be overwhelming. Um, and it can be definitely stressful. But I have been paying more attention to focusing more on trying to use my skills of active listening and summarizing, along with using the motivational interviewing skills that I've learned in the past. I think those are all very important. So those are a few examples of the skills that I think a lot of social workers need to work on, and that they are always trying to hone and make better. And that's something that I'm kind of like dealing with right now. Um, so I think also that there's a lot of pressure sometimes to already know all of this stuff, and it can be quite the feat to perfect everything. And I think also people, when you talk to people in the field, just their language and clinical knowledge can be intimidating because the way they talk and just shows you how much they know and how confident they are. So I think that's something that I also want to improve on and get better at. I think sometimes you might take communication skills for granted, but it's really important. I think one example would be one of my clients who comes in. She has a lot going on. She gets very emotional, and it tends to be a habit. Well, I won't say a habit, but it's a pattern of one week she's okay, and the next week, or she's even really happy one week, and the next week she's sad, and things aren't going that great. It's kind of tends to be like off and on. This past week she was upset, so I'm guessing next week she'll be in a much better mood, but we'll see. I think just maybe, but therefore, what I want to work on with that is what I was thinking about was DBT, and so getting her to understand her emotions, and also work with her on developing skills to have mindfulness and not worry, and also understand her relationships, because I think she's somebody who has a lot of struggles with her encounters and how she interacts with people around her. She's often, things are very black and white. Somebody is either really great or someone's really awful. So I think having her understand her place and the interactions could be helpful. So I think back to skills, it can be very difficult to how to go about that, and I think that's something I need to talk to my supervisor about more, and something that I will bring up to her next time I have supervision. So that's I wonder if you guys have any questions or anything to add about practicing skills, and what skills you think you're not good at, or some skills you feel as though you need to work better at, or are not good at all, or just anything you have to add. That would be great. So thank you for listening to my video, and I can't wait to hear from everybody. Alright, bye.